Hey everyone, this is Priyanshu Mehta with UI class project 1, in which we are tasked with creating, language translation messaging feature into an app or an app itself. And this is inspired from the recent iOS 26 updates, which introduces this a very similar feature. Though it's not out yet, I've drawn heavy UI inspiration from this, as well as it's meant to be very minimal. As you can see, it looks like a regular messaging app because it's meant to just be like just another iOS messaging app or Android messaging app. So the UI is very similar and simple. You might notice here the only difference is the tab here. So this is me, Priyanshu, talking to Pedro, and this is my language which I speak, English, and this is Pedro's language of preference, which is Spanish. And when I do that, I know from what language it's being translated to what language, and then I can set up a UI where I can change these languages. So let's say I want to speak in my mother tongue, which is Hindi. So I can go and change this English to Hindi. We also have a lot of different translation types, which we found based on our focus groups and user interviews. And this is going to be just basic translation, tone-based translation, replace phrase idioms, and just sending the original text. So if it's English, I'm going to send it in English. These features were added because a lot of users have different needs in our focus groups and in our persona, which we found out. And so a tone-based translation will translate based on tone. A basic translation is more like Google translation, and we are going to use LLMs in all of them. And then we have the deep translation feature, which takes the context of the chat, so the entire chat here, and it's going to tell you what it means if you want like an in-depth analysis of some text that's been translated. This is the sender UI. So I type in here hello, and it translates to hola. Hola is more of like a positive tone. I couldn't find a working color printer, so I couldn't get the prints. But as you can see here, this is green, and then this is green, which indicates that this is like a positive or a neutral tone. Whilst when I'm angry, it changes into a red tone. And here we use the affordance of a color to express. This is surprise, this is anger, and then that is neutral or just happy stuff. So I go here and I type this message. I have a message feature to edit it if I just don't feel safe. And this is what makes a lot of users have that peace of mind. When Pedro receives this, it says hola here from this thing, and it here says translated from English to indicate to the user that this was not the sender sending it, but it was the AI that changed stuff here. If someone wants to get more context or see the original text, this is the advanced receiver UI, where you can receive and text to like this is the text to original, which in Spanish just means original text. And you can just have hello and then hola. So you can just see your original text because that's what a lot of users wanted to see. Now, this is the idiom translation feature and surprise tone. The logic behind this was that a lot of times the basic translation misses what different cultural references, different tones mean, and this is meant to correct it. So this shows a surprise. So out of the blue, he showed up with flowers, which is like a surprise tone. This is supposed to be that in Spanish, and you can see it here. It's indicated with a yellow one, which is used to show, a surprised state. Here back, this time it's this one, which says he really crossed the line this time. This is an angry statement, of course, and this is what the translation means. You always have a setting to edit it, and these are the features that we have. Again, this is just the same surprise tone, another example. And then this is another feature which would give the users the peace of mind, which is deep translation, which is basically what it does is that when I send a message, right, I sent the message, she broke her silence, but her words fell on deaf ears, which was translated into Spanish on Pedro's side. And this is called deep translation, which like takes all your messages from here and it like does an LLM summary kind of thing to understand what context this is being spoken into, to give the user the peace of mind that what they're understanding is as accurate as possible. And so this was my design. This is very simple. The goal was to make it easier to barrier for entry, like Pedro told in class about the ride sharing app in his previous university. We first started with something which was very complex, and then we went down to something which was simpler. I made this because I felt like this was very similar to what Apple does, just integrating it as a feature. Thank you so much, and I'm linking all of these below so you can go and check these out. This is higher quality, better. I've used Excalitor to do this. And thank you. Have a nice day.